What's up, guys? This is Joey Wisdom, and this is
John Vargas, aka Jonathan Vargas, from Cinefree Productions. I'm going to promote my page, Cinefree Productions, at YouTube. I am a filmmaker working on short films and web series called Gabby's Revenge, coming very soon.
I will put his info in the description below. We just saw Suicide Squad, and what did you think?
I liked it.
I loved it.
I really liked it. I thought it was very well done. Mm-hmm. You know, well, actually, what did you think?
I thought that it was going to be just a regular superhero movie, but I'm impressed.
I was impressed too. Like, I was expecting it to be like, to be honest, I was expecting it to be
whack. Like,
yeah, I thought it was gonna be whack,
like some X-Men type of stuff.
No, more like Batman versus Superman, because you know it was done by DC, and you know the early reviews were very negative. But you know, I gave it a watch. I figured, you know what, screw the critics, and I was very impressed with this film. I thought they did a really good job telling this story about a bunch of, you know, C to D list villains that not a lot of people know who they are. I mean, you know, you got Joker and Harley Quinn, but nobody knew who Deadshot was and Killer Croc, like, you know, mainstream people. And I felt that DC did a really good job bringing us an entertaining film.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm going to start off with the genre. It is fantasy crime film.
Okay.
It ran 2 hours and 10 minutes, even though I thought it was a little longer, but... You know.
I felt like that was one of the negative aspects of the film, was that I felt like it ran a little too long. I felt like they could have went back and trimmed a few things.
I agree.
Because... Like especially the third half, like the final third act, I felt like they could have trimmed a few things just to speed up the pace. Yeah. But overall, I thought it was very well done. Overall, I'll be honest, I didn't feel bored.
Same, I wasn't bored ever.
Because
I get easily bored with the talking, but the jokes were funny and I liked it.
Yeah, I cracked up, and there was a lot of good action scenes. I thought there was a lot of good action scenes, so I think that was one negative aspect. I felt it was a little too long, but not as long as, like, let's say Batman and Superman, which was like 2.5 hours. If you do the Ultimate Edition's like 3 hours.
Yeah, true. But, you know, good. I like it. Okay, so let's start with the cast real quick.
Okay.
I don't want to go through, like, the whole cast, but, like, the main ones.
Okay.
So let's start with Harley Quinn.
Okay, Harley Quinn, her name's
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. She killed it.
I loved it. I thought she was hilarious. I love her personality.
She was funny. She was on point. I thought she was perfectly cast.
Yeah. And she was witty.
But you know what? You know who surprised me the most? Will Smith.
Okay.
Because I felt like Will Smith lately, he's just been like phoning it in and just doing like whatever. But here, I was like, wow, like this is like this old school Will Smith, like just the you know, the slick,
super chill
one-liners, but he's such a badass in this movie. Yeah. So like I felt like he really stole every single scene that he was in. He was very interesting. I thought the rest of the cast did well. I thought what's her name?
Amanda Waller. Viola Davis.
Viola Davis.
I like her.
She was very, very good, and she played such a bitch in this movie, man.
She did.
She was, I liked her too. The only casting problem I had with was Jared Leto. Listen, don't get me wrong. I felt like, you know, okay, I understand it's a Joker. How do you follow Heath Ledger? But I just wasn't really feeling it, and I'm kind of glad that he was not in the movie as much as we all thought he was going to be in. How do you feel?
I feel the thing I said before, like, it's not really his character. I think it's Heath Ledger's character. But I mean, obviously they have to cast someone, and I think Jared Leto as an actor in general is very good. But you know, as Joker, I mean, he had his little laugh and his little acting, but I probably would give him like a 4 out of 5 when it came to Joker.
I'd probably rank him lower. I don't know. I wasn't really crazy about his. I don't know, and I didn't really like the whole.
Maybe he looked a little too soft.
That, and you know what it was too. Like, I really did not like the look of him. Like, he just looked very, very odd with the grills. Too much costume. Like, I felt like he could have looked a little more grittier. But that's just me. You know, that's just my opinion. But overall, I thought the rest of the cast was really good. I really liked the guy that played El Diablo. I liked him a lot. I thought, matter of fact, I liked what's his name, the soldier. I thought he did very good. I really liked him. Overall, the cast was solid. And you know, even though it's not really a spoiler, but like, I really like that they brought back Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I love that they brought him back.
I never thought that he'd be in that movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew it from the trailers, but like, I liked how they incorporated his character in the movie. Even though it's really just a cameo, I still thought that just those little touches were really, really well done.
It added more into the movie.
Exactly.
Let's start with costumes. What did you think of the costumes overall?
The costumes, I really liked the look of Deadshot. I liked his look. Harley Quinn, my God,
Harley Quinn. It was super cute.
I really like the design of El Diablo with all the tattoos and just.
I was trying to figure out if those were real tattoos.
No, trust me, 'cause that's definitely not.
You know how they cast like cholos sometimes, and then they truly have. Like,
no, but the thing is, I know who he is, and guess what? The actor that plays him, I know for a fact that he's not Mexican. He's actually Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay. Jay Hernandez.
Yeah, Jay Hernandez. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize, please. I liked. The Killer Croc,
The Killer Croc was so funny. Like, he was super badass.
He had such little lines, but I liked his whole design. Like, he looked like just... You know who he kind of reminded me of? The Hulk.
Yeah.
He had, like, that Hulk look to him. And I like that, I like his design. He was just one ugly mofo.
He kind of reminded me, too, of, like, Aquaman. You know Jamie Foxx?
Oh, Electro. Yeah, you can
Electro, I guess.
Yeah, you can say that.
Tough.
The only costume I wasn't too crazy about was the Joker's.
Okay.
I
get you.
I didn't like his design, but you know, it is what it is.
Common. What did you think of Common?
Common surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah,
he had that big ass nose ring.
No, he's tattooed.
I was like, whoa, wait a minute, because at first I didn't recognize him until I heard his voice, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that Common? And then when he took the shades off, I was like, what? I liked his design as well.
It was really rare to see him. I didn't think he was gonna be in that.
You know what? And I was kind of shocked that he had such a small role.
Yeah,
I felt like he could have had like a bigger role, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
So, what did you think of the editing and the sound effects?
The editing could have been a little better. You know, as an editor myself, I noticed that I wouldn't say it's a spoiler because it's the beginning of the scene where we're introduced to Deadshot. It's a scene where he kills the snitch. And it cuts to like where he gets shot in the back of the head. I thought that was a really weird edit. And the thing too that I had an issue with as well was the fight scene at the end. You know, since it was all like really shadowy and all that, I felt like it shouldn't have been so tightly shot. I felt like they should have.
You're right.
Like it was so tightly shot, like I couldn't really
see what was going on.
You couldn't really see what was going on. I figured like if they would have had it like a lot more wider.
They always do that most of the time with these movies.
I could see why, but I figured like, you know, if you would have kept it as wide as you could, I think it would have brought more atmosphere, and I think it would have brought really the awe of that whole entire scene, especially the ending scene. So, I mean, overall, I really liked the production. I thought that there was a really good production behind this. There was a lot of, you know, good CGI. I mean, there was a couple of, you know, little CGI that I noticed. Like, for example, the scene where Harley's hanging from the helicopter. I thought that was badly done. Yeah. I was just like cringing, like, oh god, like, what, they could have done better with that. But overall, just the editing, I think, you know, on a basis in terms of pacing, I feel like they could have trimmed some scenes out that would probably best for like the DVD and the Blu-ray. Cause like I understood what they were trying to do with this film. This is more of like a character study. Really, the plot is really second. So I understood that they were trying to add like as much information, as much character, just to develop them. But I felt like there were some scenes that they could have just trimmed out and just left it out on the DVD. Editing could have been a little tighter.
How about motion graphics?
It was on point.
Yeah, I liked it. They're like when the explosions happened and everything.
I like the part that I liked was the what do you call that? That circle. Where it's like the thundering and shit like that. I like the whole design of that, where it was like it
looked like a twister.
Yeah, it looked like a twister, and like at the end where all hell breaks loose, and you just see like this thing just destroying everything. So I was just like, no, you know, in terms of the special effects was on point as well.
Yeah, I like, because usually when I'm watching a movie, I look at the editing and see what I don't like about it. Like sometimes they have these green screens going on, and you could tell it's green screen and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, with me, when I watch a movie, that's usually second for me. I'm more focused on like the story and like the characters and the plot. Like I worry about that like the second time I watch the film. So like besides that one scene and maybe a couple other scenes that I noticed, I was just like green screen. But like. It wasn't distracting. It wasn't like as bad as, you know, any other movies that, you know, from like maybe the 90s or anything like that. But other than that, I thought it was, you know, solid.
So the plot, what did you think of the plot?
Plot could have used a lot of...
Really?
They could have went back and rewrote a few things. So like Boomerang, like felt like Boomerang, they could have developed him a little more. I felt
like he was like the introverted one in the scene.
You know who was very introverted? Katana.
Katana, yeah, she was way more.
She was way more introverted, but she wasn't really a Suicide Squad member because she was really helping them out, and like, you know, majority of her dialogue was in Japanese, which I liked because I'm a big Japanese guy, but I really wanted to know a little more about her, and that's the thing too that I did not like. I didn't like how they introduced her. Like, she just walks into the helicopter. It's like, oh, this is Katana. I'm like, really? Like, you know, she just pops the fuck out of nowhere, and I'm just like,
hi, I'm a badass.
She's like, I'm a badass. Should I kill them? It's like, nah, come on, give him like, come on, introduce her in a more better way, because like all the Suicide Squad members had really good introductions. I like that whole, like, you know, vignettes that they had, like these vignettes where they just, like, you know, introduce the characters and what they did, blah blah blah. Like I said, I thought the plot could have been a little bit better, but you know,
I liked it. I like the fact that they used every little obstacle to get to the end.
I agree.
There were so many obstacles. The one thing that I did not like, it could be a spoiler, where this girl, Harley, like, she was it her? She grabs the freaking sword.
Yeah, that's Harley.
And it's right in front of her. Like, how did you it just appeared, and then...
Well, remember, when they were fighting, Katana did drop the sword. You don't remember?
No.
That shows you. Lack of detail.
Yes, that's why I need to rewatch it. But, I mean, I thought that was a little too ezy for her to grab. Like,
I agree. I felt like that was a little too easy as well. But it wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. One thing that well, since we're going to talk about spoilers, there was one thing that I kind of wish they would have done, but I get it because they wanted to end it on a happy note. I felt like when they killed the Enchantress, I felt like the girl that was possessed should have died. I
thought she was going to die.
I thought she was going to die, and I felt like she should have died because the lead soldier, the colonel, whatever his name was, like, I felt like that would have added more depth to him, because it just would have been like, you know, shit, I just lost my girl and everything.
That's life.
That's life, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gets to suffer because he just went on this fucking hell, you know, mission from hell, and it's like, it wasn't that bad. I felt like they could have fixed a little couple of things, but overall, I give it a 3 out of 4 stars. I thought it was solid.
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay. 5. Oh, okay, because I'm sorry, I ranked it by 4.
Oh, all right, but 5.
Fine, an extra star. Give it an extra star then.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. But yeah, I like the ending. And there's also an extra credit in the end, so stay, like, for the ending. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next movie review. And again, Jonathan.
Oh, come find me. I'm on Cinefree Productions at youtube.com. If you like web series, short films, come by and watch my channel. Subscribe, please, and subscribe to this girl as well.
Yes, that's right. So thank you. Subscribe, be cool, and peace. Bye, guys.
Peace, love, happiness.
It's a revolution.